Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Another Wednesday. Hopefully, it's gonna be a good one. So far, we had a nice dump. Kind of, we knew that it's gonna happen. It did a little bit more aggressive than we thought, but it is okay. We're not gonna break some major things on it. So far, long and short ratio. Just mentioning from the last stream, we are kind of grinding into the downside. I like it. That's good because that means that the shorts are gonna start to pile up. So it means market might push up if you're gonna go against the retails. So that's good. I like that. I really want to go a little bit lower on that one, but let's see how that's gonna be happening in the couple few days. What's coming up? So that's fine. And the bigger accounts are starting to longing as well. That's good. That's positive. That's what you want. You want this as high as possible on the long side. Just to mention, guys, one thing. Long and short ratio on the MDX website, it's not accurate yet. I guess that's what we hear from Viking. They are working on the backside on it, so it shouldn't be accurate yet on the information. Over here, we had the big massive spike that's gone already from long and short ratio on the bigger top traders. I don't know if it is like fully fixed, but so far, I like it to keep it still on the side as a second suggestion, because if you're not gonna hear anything from the devs, then they still working on it, right? So keep that in mind and use the coin glass instead, just to get a little bit more accurate reading on it, right? So that's on the side. Speaking about long and short, technically we almost, like today we've been $300 above the max pain for the longs. So we missed it by $300, and right now we just like moving on and carry on to the upside so far as it goes. Oh, there it is, the 400 that was on the monthly. Sorry, now we are a little bit above it. So we've been as low as possible. We've been like for around $300 from it. Still possible to wick it to the downside, always, right? It's all possibility to do the max pain, but right now I'm seriously aiming for 120. Okay. So let's see what the market's gonna bring us. Not sure if there is need to look through this, just because there is not much change from the dump that we had. We still are aiming to grab the most of it so far. Yeah, we did it. Are we aiming to go out to the upside? Not really like something juicy above us yet. That might change if we start to turn around. So far, the aim is 120 for me to have a retest and the bigger maybe bounce from it. Let's see how that's gonna play out. That's what I'm aiming, 120. If and only if we start to turn around, of course, right? Why is this not loading? Sorry for the flashbang. So far, 4 hour, not really like something juicy, but we start to bounce on the 24 hours RSI. That's good. We are aiming now for a neutral line and coming into the overbought area. Would be nice to see some pullbacks to the upside right now after that harsh dump on us. And funny enough, this didn't even change at all. So I'm not sure if this is even accurate. I'm not really like leaning keen on it to follow it by heart, but just something like to watch out for. But it didn't even change on the dump. So funny enough. Anyhow, bigger liquidations or bigger positions are stepping in. So if we're gonna hold this low on 112, then start to regain anything above it, that's great. So far, the only thing what we did with this push up, we retest bearish and we retest the previous wick. So the previous low on it on 114. And we start to reject that one as well. Now the 4 hour is kind of important what we're gonna do. If we're gonna come down, retest the daily, that was the daily open somewhere around here again, and wick it to the up or going to the upside, that might push us. Yes, that's possible. Is it possible to go all the way up, down, and take all of this? Same thing as well, it is, right? So far, there's not much, nothing actually till 122 start to pile up, and that's 500 Bitcoin. But that's the only thing what's between 120 and right now the price action. Are we gonna go there in one go? No, not at all. But it's still possible to do some damage to the upside, to wreck some shorts. and then we're gonna see if we're gonna continue or not. So moving on and checking. Let me put this on the side. Eye on it. Cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now the juicy part. VIX. We had a spike up. I didn't want to see it above 16. So it happened, of course. Me and my big mouth. But that's not already valid. Now, I'm not going to say it again, but the next level that you aim for right now, if you're going to see any continuation, to the downside, of course, then that's going to be around 19. And if see, we're going to regain this whole down movement. I seriously want to fail this level already over here and see if we start to turn around and create a new low. That means if VIX going to create a new low, that's the position to go higher for the market. That's positive. Going above the 17 area, not that much. So let's see how the week's gonna play out, and yeah, we're gonna see it happening actually going on. So far, Dixie is grinding-ish in the area. We're still holding the low, so I rather see fail the Q3 and then go lower. But so far, we're holding the weekly. If we're gonna see anything below the weekly, then that's fine. Starting to reach for June. Of course, that's going to be a little bit negative for the market, but so Gucci still. Looking at the whole market area, we had a retrace from the high, the close, and the wick, so that's good, but we didn't reach out on the fully high of the market yet. That's still fine if we're still holding this area over here. That's the December, I guess. Yeah, December with some other levels in between. Holding that. Technically doing the same as the fractal over here. Something like that, coming up, higher up, regain again. We don't need to regain this in fully or in one go, but we still can grind it up, right? That's going to be happening for like a couple months. Especially September is going to be special. A weird month as well to see behaving on the crypto in the whole market. So that's going to be definitely interesting, but as well might be boring and a bit painful. Gold was a little bit quiet on that side technically, and still I really don't like to draw this, but we do this big squeeze on it if you look at it on the little bit higher time frame, but still I like to hold this area on here, as I've been mentioning. Even coming to the low of May or August, that's fine, but I do not want to lose the 3.2 for it. Just grind it to the side and pop it one more, same what we did it over here, this big ass wick, pop it and see if we can reclaim it, go even to 4-ish K as max as gold can go right now. I guess that's gonna be a little bit a stretch. I don't think that's gonna happen that soon, but definitely something around 3.7, 3.75-ish area to have that pop, right? Just because we're still grinding inside this liquidity pocket. Yes, I know you cannot take it seriously like on the crypto, but still it's something to look out for. The rest of the market, rough, a little bit, right? So someone had decent, someone broke some stuff already. Nvidia, that's gonna be interesting to grab something on the low side. Tesla didn't pop. That's a pain in the ass a little bit. I know Smyrna was looking for it as well, but still holding the lows. That's fine, but still, I was hoping it's going to be already trading above the December, but eventually it doesn't. That was a nice failure of Microsoft. So yeah, some nice juicy things happening right now. So if you're going to be able to pick it up, that would be awesome. As Mike mentioned as well, I didn't even realize it, but the CME broke the structure on it, so that's not really juicy, but technically they lacking behind on the 111 or 112-ish level. Like the normal price of Bitcoin, we retest that level on this low, right? Exactly to the T over here. And what they're doing right now, they just retested by this low. So either way, yeah, they broke the stuff, but they still can reclaim it, right? But let's see if that's gonna happen. And finally, we see some drop off of dominance. I seriously want to go lower on that one. I do not want to go above November and start to reclaim anything to go over here. So we're gonna do a little bit more damage on the side of the market, of course, if that's gonna happening. So far, I seriously want to fail the weekly and go to February or even yearly. That would be really nice if we can do that. So we're gonna do another bigger leg up on Bitcoin maybe. That would be cool. Or grind it to the downside, right? I do not want to play this out, what I drew, but eventually it did over here. So let's see how this is gonna hold, right? So far, I seriously want to go lower. That means failing on dominance, Bitcoin scaling, and alts are fucking popping up left and right. So that's what you want right now. So yeah, let's see how that's gonna play out for now. Volume wise, we still didn't do any major volume at all, so nothing special. We still holding the low technically from here, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting as well to watch out for it. And dominance on ETH had a little failure, didn't break anything major. If left did, why is this here? I was a little bit worried. I mean, worry for some people who trade ETH. We did break this hip, but if we manage to close anything above this previous weekly, then it's going to be fine. That will be really good reclaim of this failure. Eventually, this was technically the big liquidity grab for it, but still the close matters, and that was a really shitty close. Daily open, reclaim it, so Asia pushed it quite nicely so far without even going lower on that, so they can learn something about that on Bitcoin. But hey, nice, almost perfect retest of daily, almost. It's still going and carry on, so that is going really strong and good. Of course, you're aiming right now for a bearish retest of any position as low as this 4.5. If you can reclaim your previous week or this weekly right now, what we failed, then all-time high might be on play, and that would be really cool to see for ETH. I don't want to play this out technically because that's going to be the major failure. That's going to bring you over here. You don't want that technically. I mean, it depends if you are in the long right now, so you don't want it. But if you are like want to short it or want to buy more on it, then yes, that's going to bring you over here. If you start to reclaim that, right, then you're going to see something like this, and then that's going to be the pop. That will be awesome on ETH. Because finally, I seriously can start or stop memeing about it. Anyhow, let's move on. Our lovely bot. Yes, that short was a winning trade. Quite sideways for a while, and then we had a dump. So that was a nice one eventually. So far, yeah. If we're gonna come somewhere over here, I seriously gonna technically hope that it's gonna be somewhere over here area that we're gonna see the sell signal. But as quick as we're gonna regain, that signal might be even somewhere over here. Technically, it might be the counter trade, or it will be counter trade signal, but that depends how high we're gonna get. So if it's gonna be around here, we might come back, retest this area, and then pull up higher to this bearish retest, right? And then see which way we're gonna do. But that's kind of what I'm aiming. So I'm not really like key right now on shorting anything. Definitely not, and that's weird to say. From my perspective, I'm seriously in the first thing what I'm gonna short the shit out of it is gonna be Bitcoin if we start to seriously turn around on the higher time frame, and we might see the top coming in, right? So that's the first I'm gonna aim for short anything. The rest I'm just longing or buying the dips either way. So still, that's my perspective of trading right now. So liquidity wise, that's going to be quite interesting because we took most, as in all of the 150x's, what we start to build up over here, and we left just a little bit. Reasoning, yes, we still can go lower. Either way, we still can wick into this, come back, close above it, and then carry on. That's all possible. Why? Because either way, this is only like 10 and 20x's what we spread through it, but that area is freaking thick. Same it was over here. So after we had this move over here, we still did one more, right? It didn't fully take the leftovers over here, but yeah. Technically, we can leave this alone and carry on. If we start to regain anything to the upside, it's all possible. We still can take that on the way down later on. The most important ones are the 150x's. Did we do it? Yes, we did. And it was a really nice one. So that said, are we done? No. Are we going to start to turn around? Maybe. That's all going to be depending actually today and how we're going to close anything above those previous structures over here. If you're going to start to regain anything, then yes, we might come and do something like this. Regain those 150x's over here. Point of control, come back, hold, and you start to do this again, right? The whole thing what we did over here, we can do again, right? For a week or two or whatever. So that said, still possible to go lower. Yes, I don't. Do we even want that? Not that keen on it. But technically, on the capital flow index, it's really nice to see already large caps moving and stable coins starting to dial in. That's good. I really want to see that. I want to see that as low as possible. That means the markets start moving, the money's coming in, and we're seeing the flip of directions as well into it. So most of the oscillators are already like wave on higher from higher up already cooling off. That's great. So we keep cooling off all of them on the lower time frame. The higher time frame, not that much yet, but that still is gonna be a next flip of levels. So moving on the fully eclipsed of capital flow index, you see we saw from already this point of view that we went all the way to the downside, and now we start to pick up and move a little bit higher. So that's good. Markets start to move. That's great. We want to see that. We want to keep that. As mentioned as well, privacy coins have been quite low, and right now we are on the middling line or neutral line. So nice move. If some of you caught the signal that I sent it in the micro or alts, I don't remember where did I send it anymore, but if you remember that, if you took something, so that means the most perfect way of doing that is, let me look. As personal, I don't like coin market cap, but just to let you know how to work with it. So if you see any coin over here, like below 160, that starts to trigger my brain to look for a long position. So what do I do is go to all CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. It's up to you which one you like. I like personal CoinGecko more instead of CoinMarketCap, but CoinMarketCap is a little bit more known. Go to this website, and this is the first page, right? If you click on the logo, this is the first page. Go to categories, because technically this is all categories in the crypto market, right? So go there, click on categories, click on name. You're gonna search it by alphabetic, sorting by alphabetic. So click on name, and then you just go and search for privacy coin, and there you have it. Privacy coin. Click on it. What the fuck? No information. See, that's why I like fucking CoinGecko more. Do it again. CoinGecko categories. No clue what's going on with it, but categories and sort it. Scroll down. Look up for privacy. Privacy coins. Yes, sorry, it's in Dutch. It always goes first in Dutch, unfortunately. And then there you have it. All of the coins that you can be trading. And how do you look up for them? Simple. Or you're just gonna look on the market cap if you like that. Sort by that as the highest. Monero is most known, of course, privacy coin token as well. Zcash, and there are some Dash as well. So they are quite known about privacy tokens. Then by 24 hours volume, sort that if you like to see which one does as most on the daily. And of course, 7 days, look at that, a gain of 304%. If you got the lows on that one, that's nice. But if not, sort by like the losses and check if something looks appealing for you, if you known coin or appealing on a chart, then trade that. Or 24 hours as well. In a day, it does 150%. Nice movement Are you gonna be able to catch that? I don't think so. But still, it's nice to look it up and try to find something juicy, right? So that's how you do it. But I was vocal about it as well, just to say, like, I personally do not trade on leverage, definitely not privacy tokens. A little bit on spot, that could be fine, because I do not trust them as the jankiness of the charts and how they behave, and they do not really respect the charts at all. So yeah, that's why I said be careful with it. But still, it was a nice call to grab anything and to find something juicy on it. That's how I work with the capital flow index. If I see anything below -16, that's my goal for have a look on the websites, what the tokens are doing, which are performing, which are not, and which are can be able to be picked up, right? That's how I work with it. Same thing on this top side. If any token or any category reached 60% or 80% or even higher than that, right? Because it is able to go even higher to 95, 98%, like the memes over here. What does that gives me information? We are way high in the market already or overbought. So there is potential for a retrace or a pullback. Then exactly same thing, go to the CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, check up which coin does the most massive damage to the upside, and see if there is possibility to short anything. Done. Right? That makes my life a little bit easier, and I don't need to look through all of the freaking charts or whatever. Just have a look on this, go by the category, search for the coins, and that's done. Same thing on my own portfolio. That means this is not fully my portfolio, but this is just for stream sakes, just to give you a little bit more insight. Which one are performing? So which one I can take profits on it if it's gonna be reaching around 60%, and which one I can add to it or grab for cheap, right? So that's how I work on it. And to be honest with you, this is even perfect, because what you can do is set up the alert, right? So capital flow index, cross or greater or less than, right? And then you just set over here -60 or -60, because that's what you, Jesus Christ, like fucking hell, what did I do? Less than, right? And that's gonna be, see, it's fired up because I just put alert on it. But that's -960, nice. But that's how it technically works, right? And then you can add the asset to it, which one you want to follow the alert on. So greater than or less than, asset number, you choose one of the settings, and it's gonna give you a sign it, right? So that's how I'm always set up the -60, 65-ish area for myself, and above it as alerts. So yeah, I have that just in case I'm gonna miss something. I'm gonna be away. I'm gonna be informed, like, okay, it's time to take profit, or it's time to look up a coin to pick up for cheap, right? So that's my way of, before even trading, look up like what's going on in my portfolio. And by right now, everything is a little bit down, so that means there is a chance to go higher. Nice. Is there a possibility to any add to the positions? Might be. Is there any possibility to buy something on spot? Might be as well, to add something, right? So it's all possible. So far right now on 12 hours or on daily, it depends, and then you're going to switch up on the little bit on the time frames. It depends what you want to follow, right? That's all. That's how I do, and that's how I go through all of those steps, all of those informations, and then I start to trade manually. So that's the way how I'm doing it. Do I find bounty bubbles useful? Not at all. So it's technically the same thing, right? This is actually the same thing as bounty bubbles, but this gives you a little bit more deep insight of how did it perform back into the days, and how is it going on the whole market influence, right? Those bubbles are fine if you want. If you don't want to watch this, then you can change that as well, but I personally do not use them at all. especially because the banter in front of it, and I mean the bubbles, like, yeah, that's fine, but you cannot, I don't think you can set up your own. I didn't like check them in like years, whatever, if you can make your own portfolio on the bubbles. Or it just give you like the top 1,000 or top 500 of coins. I don't know, I don't remember. It's been a long time I used them, so if you find them useful, then yeah, because it's technically the same but less information but on them. I mean, yeah, if you like that, then that's the capital flow index, right? So you can put it whatever you want over here in style, and you do manually, or you just use the subsection, so that's the top one, or the overview, that's the index one, the large caps, right? And then you have the equities, the communities, and the forex ones. So this technically this replaces the bubbles and gives you much more technical analysis for the coins, the performance of them, technically, which one are the lowest, which one are the highest, which one are camp up, which one can go lower, whatever. It gives you much more inside information about the market. And like I said, if the coins reach this area, that's my sign to buy it up, right? So that privacy token, what I was talking about, XRM, like from the moment I've been mentioning it was over here. So I was saying like, be careful with it. It still can go lower. We did. I technically was mentioning that February was the point of interest for me. And I mean, 20%. So cool, right? And it still can carry on because we still didn't lose this low. So yeah, that's how I play it off. Anyhow, now Bitty, nice. I like that. Really, really nice. If we can keep up this, then that's good. Now we're aiming for a regain of this swing, so technically again August, and then see if we can come close to weekly. That's going to be really, really nice. But so far, I'm not going to go technically on this one just because Viking did it. So far, we're holding the floor, right? So this as well, if you are too scared in this dump, right? Too long anything, just use your history. First thing first. What's the low that we cannot lose? That's this, 111, right? So coming close to that low, right? Not aiming from August or weekly, but somewhere over here, this area, because this is the area that we are technically flipping this low for higher low, and then we're gonna continue. So what does that mean? Like, technically, better entry than that, you're not gonna get it if you use your previous wick as a stop loss, right? 0.8-ish%. I'm taking that blindly. I don't care if I'm gonna be stopped out on that one. That's just 0.8%, right? Because most of the trades are around ish 1-point-ish area or 2-ish area. That's quite heavy. But over here, if you get inside of this trade somewhere over here, that's fine. Because breaking this, that still means we will go lower. So there is no point to long anymore. But to taking this as a technically not risk trade, but as a swing trade, yeah, I'm always going to do that. Why? Because this is my key levels are swing points. So what does that mean? Losing this swing, what took you all the way to all-time high, that means we're going to go freaking lower. What did we do so far? Perfect retest of it, coming back into it, and then of course liquidity grab, and now we have a continuation, right? Did we fail anything? Technically, yes, we failed this hip, but we didn't fail the major hip, what we did from the top to the downside and then to the all-time high. So for me, that's always going to be the key. That's always going to be the next step. Same thing, it's going to be on the way up, right? Coming over here, right, doing some shenanigans over here, something like this. What do you want to lose or not? Right? Technically, this whole hip over here, that's the lowest point, technically the highest right now. So if you're looking for a freaking shorting this, if you are that crazy, then yes, that might be. Oh, freaking wrong. But you're still using your wick as your stop loss. I'm always losing the wick on the stop loss. That's the most easiest one, right? That 1%, that's fine. But is it able to short this? Not really, because we didn't lose anything, right? We didn't lose the major swing. We lost the smaller time frame on the way down. That's fine, but we didn't lose the whole swing on it. So for me, it's not really shortable yet. We still can go over here, grab the liquidity, and then have a failure, right? Major failure. If and only if we start to fail here and turn around, that means that from even this point, we start to get weaker, right? Then yes, then you might find something to short, but that's going to be on a retest, whatever. So far on the high time frame, and by that means I mean 4 hour and higher, we still didn't lose anything, because either way, oh my god, this stuff. Because even on 12 hours, we didn't technically lose this hip, right? We didn't. We close anything below this, that's fine. But right now, if we start to regain and continue to go higher, we didn't lose. The next leg down, if you close anything below that, then fine. We closed that, we lost that. Then you might look for this. So far, we don't. Right? Daily, same thing, right? Same freaking thing. Was close call, but we didn't close anything below. So that matters for me. No matter what, the closes are important. So can we go lower? Yes, technically we can. But looking at it on a different perspective, the cash flow is still in. Either way, it's low, but it's still in, and we still can pick up to go higher. Why? Because we are on the daily time frame. That takes days for change, reverse, or to have any significant flip on it. So calling that 12 hours cooled all the way down. If we start to see reversal on that one, then that's go time. That's gonna happening if we start to close anything around August. Same over here, right? So then that's go time. Even over here, cash flow is still in. We didn't lose that one yet, so that's still positive to go higher, right? Daily we spoke about it. Now weekly, I've been mentioning that as well on Sunday Open. Yes, we see the trend change on that one, but don't get fooled of this, because this gonna be only secure when the weekly is gonna close over here right now. That's gonna be only secure after the close only, because this can change if the weekly is gonna carry on and come over here and start to do some bullish signal. So that's gonna be not valid anymore, right? So please be careful and make sure that you remember that. If you start to close the weekly over here, are we gonna close the weekly over here? I mean, are we gonna stay here for like next 4 days? Technically, I don't think so. 3 days, whatever it is. I don't think so. We're gonna see some movement. Are we gonna go lower? Then yes, of course. So far, like I've been mentioning Sunday, I like first to go lower, and then we might see chance to go higher. Why? Because technically right now we did the wick to the downside. Coming back on a weekly for Sunday close, we might close the weekly somewhere. Either way, it's gonna be again here, bro. That's fine, because then we start to close it a little bit more in a positive candle, or we're gonna clean this and close above it, right? That's all possible, because that's gonna be bullish as hell. Otherwise on the weekly. But so far, I like that we create first the candle to the downside. And speaking about that, yes, the divergence what we have on the weekly, that plays quite heavily from even the bottom, but already from here, that can still play out for a longer time frame, right? On the weekly time, above the weekly, this doesn't mean we're gonna turn around and gonna do the biggest candle to the downside. This can go forever, and how long it wants to go to be divergent. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna be vocal about it when we're gonna see the reversal sign on the weekly again, because that sign on the weekly, together with the set hidden or regular divergence, that's always gonna bring you down, right? Like over here it was a little bit early to call it. It was a little bit more to the upside, but still after that we played it out. of course, and we clean this as well out. So after that, when we're gonna see it over here somewhere, the reversal on it, I guess that's gonna be the call. But that reversal, that's gonna be ugly as fuck, because if we're gonna do exactly the same thing what we did here, I'm aiming to do it this on a weekly, and then literally close below this hip, and the next one lights out. I'm not saying it's gonna play out, but that's what I'm gonna be aiming for. If that reversal sign is gonna come in on the oscillator, if we're gonna see that, and if the price start to tumble, then yes, that's what gonna be my sign to worry about on Bitcoin, to short it. Technically not worry, but we are technically aiming for to do that, right? Because we cannot go forever. I mean, yes, if we're gonna extend the cycle, whatever the everybody's talking about, then we're gonna do this shit for like something like that, maybe one more, and then something like this. But technically, if we're still following, there is no sign for it, to be honest with you. If we're following the old school way, then we are overdue to do some bear market stuff for Bitcoin only. Please be mind and remember that I'm talking only about Bitcoin, not alts, no ETH, whatever else. Use Bitcoin for now. It's time, or sooner or later it will be time for it to do it. So far, what we are aiming for, regain all of the shenanigans what we did, and see if we're gonna create a new all-time high on it, go higher. Is it something to aim for right now? Technically, I mean, going into that pocket, we might have some more liquidity build up, but so far, is it juicy enough? Not really. This whole move to the downside was quite aggressive. So we are building right now only the liquidity. We didn't build anything to the downside like we did over here. So we struggled to regain that. Technically, we're not going to do that again, I guess, because we have a little bit more to grab. But if we start to see that again, coming back into it, an aggressive move, then I'm start to pile up my shorts on Bitcoin for the bear market perspective. So yeah, but that's going to be still a month from now, kind of ish. Let's see how September is going to play out. And of course, that's as well, in a week, we're going to have a monthly open. So let's see how high we're going to open up that and how that's going to be playing out. Because so far, August, we are aiming to go lower on it. That's fine. Anything closing right now, somewhere like this, we can see this kind of play out, right? I'm not saying that September is going to be a positive month, but it still can do some damage to the downside, right? If there is nothing to grab for it. But let's see. Important is to watch out right now the higher time frame as well. Most of the times I'm on 12 hours and daily, just to see how that performs if we start to break anything. And then of course the weekly is going to be important while we are going into the new month. So far the buyback is okay. Nothing major. It's still okay. We are retesting this swing, this previous hip. So technically what you right now want is to grab this 150 axis and regain algos. This is what you aim for right now. If you're not gonna do that, then we're gonna, or sideways, do one more leg down, come back, and then start to do something to the upside. So far, it's gonna be nice to see holding this. We are as well. I'm still using Algo Master Bands, so I'm not gonna switch over to an AI charting tool because they are, in my opinion, not really accurate yet. So so far we're still inside that big order book, so that's good, and we technically holding on the band, and the band start to get thicker as well. So kind of aiming ish that we might see some upside movements. That would be really nice. That's gonna just tell later on, and we have some positive cash flow coming in, and we still didn't turn around for the flip of it. But that might change. I'm not sure what 80 minutes looks like on it. Didn't check it actually today. Yeah, still in the short. So that might change maybe tomorrow. Let's see, or end of the today. So far, that's on the Bitcoin. Holding this daily open, that's going to be fine. Grinding into the August, same, and doing something like this, right? Then that might take you a little bit higher. Let's see how that's going to play out. So far, you're bearish retesting, as we always did going down. Now, hype, my second favorite one. Why is my phone? My second favorite one. Still holding the August. That's good. That's really good. I was really a little bit worried that we might lose that one and seriously go lower. Q3. Oh yeah, Bitcoin to Q3. So I've been mentioning that this fractal didn't play out yet, but there is some possibility that it might play out so far. I didn't expect it to go that heavy to the downside. If we're gonna go there, then we're gonna do a lot of damage, but still we're gonna hold the higher time frame. So, right, if you start to do some sideways over here, move to the downside, and then do one more leg to the downside, a bigger wick, then that's the aim. Q3. So yeah. Moving on to HIP. Still, like the hold, August. I don't want to lose that just because that was a quite big flip, and now I'm seriously aiming to do the all-time high if we start to grind to the upside. But that's all depending on Bitcoin as well, of course. That's really shitty because if Bitcoin start to shit the bed, then hype might go to 37. Okay, still okay, still nothing to worry about it, just because we're holding the high time frame on it, right? And technically, we've been doing that for a while. This sideways grind, one more leg down, and then carry on. But so far, I've started to change a little bit as well from aggressive movement to the upside. Now we start to do this, right? So let's see how we're gonna keep doing that, or is that gonna be the new structure to hold? And when we're gonna pop, that's fine. Or that's gonna be the structure that's gonna bring us right from over here. Let's see. I'm still on the side that this is a little bit the bear market territory, so that we're not gonna get there before, but surprise, surprise, it might maybe happen. Let's see how we're gonna play it out. So far, this I wasn't like happy about it, that we freaking by a couple bucks didn't do the all-time high. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but so far, literally want to hold this whole structure over here. Starting failing anything to the downside, but technically we didn't do it on the high term. It's still fine, but this is the bigger loss for hype after coming from the lows, right? We never had a bigger failure than this. I'm not counting this. That wasn't the biggest failure, but this is quite major for hype. So that's why I'm keeping an eye on it quite heavily right now, just to see if we're gonna regain that or not. And technically, it's unfortunate a bearish retest, right, over here, because we lost the hype that took us to the upside. Because from this low, we went all the way over here. We lost it, and then we start to grind it, like heavily pushed, and that was the loss before reaching the all-time high, and we had another failure. So yeah, technically this will be bearish retest, but I want to have it to regain it. Let's see how that's gonna play out. It's a little bit of negative information about it, but still I'm trying to keep it positive. I still aiming that this is gonna do some major things in the old season, if we ever gonna have it, because that start to get extended by every month. But so far, yeah, I'm still aiming to go higher if we're not gonna lose anything major to the downside. This is just a smaller time frame failure, so all good. Injective, I was kind of aiming we're gonna go a little bit lower on that one to 12-ish area to hold this hip, but holding this August, perfect, even better. That's really good. So far, the regain that I really want to see is the 14, and then it's gonna be all Gucci, or going what most of the trades of AVAX and Injective does, one go, retest or regain That's gonna be all happy and juicy. That's still good. Potentially, either way, we lost 2 hips. We're still holding the low on it, so that's good. I'm more happy and more keen on that one. And the nice hold of the levels. That's gonna be exact the same on AVAX. Little bit off on the structure, but still exact the same. Holding it so far. And right now, again, November, regain that again for bearish retest. That's still fine because we still can do something like this. Going back, and then Q4 is the next major level on that one. Same on injective. Not the Q4 because that's a little bit different on injective, but September. Same thing for injective as AVAX the Q4. My major bigger level, because then that's you're gonna be regaining that swing, and that means we will go and aim for higher up. So far, that sideways is still good, holding the daily, August, September, whatever you have it here as well, March, aiming for November again, together with the weekly open. Off we go. That's what I'm aiming for. This is really good. This is really juicy. Yes, cash flow is coming into the negative. That's why I'm not key on shorting something, because most of those small flips been a failure, right? And yeah, you might took a small profit on it. That's why I don't take those shorts. I'm aiming more to take the longs because they are paying a little bit better on that one. But that's my own personal opinion. Take it however you want it. Link been absolutely going ballistic, so that's doesn't give a shit about anything. I'm gonna really from the next season gonna keep Link quite close to me, because this season I didn't care about that much just because of this structure and of this shenanigans over here. But yeah, I didn't trade it that much. Had some trades on it, but so far I'm letting it go. That's gonna be for something for the next season. For me, so far, great stuff. Holding the daily. That regain of February that I've been mentioning was freaking great. Daily close on that one, perfect. Small failure just to retest the lows. Didn't even come back to weekly, so don't even come back to the previous swing, actually, body of it. So that didn't even care about it. Weekly open, highest, off we go. This, and as I've been mentioning, this pocket over here, I don't think that's gonna be caring that much about it because it's gonna pop through it. That's what I'm aiming. I'm more or less key on 33 to flip this area, because if you start to flip this, then yeah, there is nothing else to step in front of it. So still freaking positive, and this gonna do some ballistic things this cycle. That's for sure. Anyhow, that's gonna be my list so far, because there is not much to say, not much to change. Something. Oh, I mean, grass had some ballistic moves, 12%, but didn't change anything. So, by all means, rest still holding low. So okay, might be doing something. And so far, they can start to react on the hold. So that's good. Like it. Curve as well, still nice. Regain, trying to regain the previous structure. So then next move is gonna be $1.02. Nice. To flip this. Really good, really good. So I like this reaction of the market. There is some potential for it. So yeah. What is this penguin doing? Oh shit! Did we broke something on it? Please tell me we broke it. Ooh. Oopsie. Okay. Solana. Yeah, of course I can. Of course. Nichols Gala. Are you new? In the group? I didn't see you. No, you are from 2003. 2023. Jeez. Oh, you change your avatar. That can be as well. I don't recall it. Anyhow, this penguin shit. Yeah, so failure. Not even from the bigger swing what you added over here, but from the whole structure so far. So regain of that, it's gonna take some time for it. So that's on this penguin side. Let's have a look on Solana. So Solana is doing really good. Don't mind this. This is an old one. You're still in the uptrend. Really good one as well so far. So doing that, grinding it up to 240. Great stuff. Why? Because seriously, first thing first, I want to regain this February because Solana didn't do it yet. Not most, but some of the bigger coins did it already. So far, that's your bigger aim, like the swing. And speaking about the 4 hour, you holding your previous low on it, so your previous swing quite to the T. That's good, but you don't want to lose this daily, right? So far, nice close. Close was higher than the previous on 182. That's good. Right now, you're aiming for the weekly, right? This is your next aim to flip it and do some damage to the upside over here, 200. This is your next aim for it. Yes, you might do something like this, coming back, retest this whole structure, and then flip this, and then do it major things. After this swing, right, I don't think nothing else gonna hold you down because everything has been tested to this whole level. Yeah, everything's been tested technically, so you're gonna aim for February. So be careful with that, and because every single time all of the tokens except Link, because Link is a special one. When it reached February, we had a bigger retest from it or a pullback, and then you might do this or coming a little bit lower, grab most liquidity, and then go higher, right? But you will see some pullback from February, definitely. But this is the aim, what you want to do first. So flipping the weekly, that's your next aim. Why? Because that's what's your failure. Then you have the high of that one. And the next previous swing, that's previous high, that's this to flip, right? So that's what you're aiming for technically right now. Looks good, really good hold of February on the daily, and it starts already to regain the structure as one of the few ones. So that's great. If you got that long, that's perfect. But this is really good. I like this. I cannot say that about Bitcoin yet because gaining this, not much gonna change. So far, I'm aiming for August because this is the major swing failure, right? But over here, this means as well a lot because you start to flip this structure to support. That's good. I like that. Really like that. But yeah, that's does it give you a perspective, or are you looking for something else on Solana? Because this is your SI flip, so you want this to keep it as a flip, right? Do I have it? No, I don't. But need to put my glasses on. You want to keep this as a flip. Why? Because this is your previous higher structure and you are coming from the lows. So you need to flip that and then you have a continuation. Oh, don't mind this. That was for the student. But that's nice for Solana. Grinding it all the way up to the February, right? So even seeing something like this coming down and then aiming for the all-time high. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, after January, it's time for it. Yep. No thanks. All nice. So no, it didn't answer. No thanks. Okay, that's a new one. No thanks. No, perfect answer. Okay. That's a new. If someone said to me, "No, that's not enough. Give me more." Oh boy. Ooh, that was a nice regain. Stadium. Nice close. Oh, that's gonna pop, bro. If And right now on the weekly, if you start to turn around, bro, yearly open, this whole structure over here, yep, that's your aim. From this point of view, 45%, fuck my life. That's gonna do some ballistic things if you regain the weekly. Holy shit. There's nothing else that's holding you. I mean, technically, yeah, you can say that this, wait, yeah, this didn't been retested. So yeah, okay, sorry. Then this is your next hip to regain, and then it's gonna be yearly. But so far, it looks really good. All those higher lows from it and regain of this structure, technically twice already, perfect. Holding on what's that? August and May, even better. Or flipping November with you weekly, then off you go, right? So technically, you aim for something like this, right? It's not gonna be perfect, but most of the times you're gonna see something like that coming back, and then so that grind, right? That's good. But then either way, your major flip's gonna be on February still. That didn't even reach February yet. And that's nothing wrong with it, but make sure you keep in mind same as what I was just saying on Solana. Every single time you came into it, pull back, and then off you go, right? And then you're gonna keep this as freaking ballistic move, right? That's gonna be great stuff. You technically, what you're doing, and you maybe didn't see it, what you're doing over here, this structure, right? It's a little bit bigger than all of this, what you're doing right now, right? So what you have here is high, low, grind, and then pull up. So high, low, grind, and then you have this, right? So you're technically aiming to do similar over there, but I'm a little bit more extended. If this is gonna be the same playing out, right, but a little bit bigger. Why? Because most of the times it's been doing that, right? High, low, and then off, right? And off, and off. So after this, yeah, you might see some bigger movements. But so far, you just need to flip the weekly. That's your aim. The rest, not gonna be problem at all. Yeah. Add it to the list as well. To have a look on it. Yeah, that's why I will aim. Definitely yearly. I will not be worried about that one that much. December as well. Yeah, you might see some movement, like for example this, and then you're gonna go around February because that's your bigger aim. That's the only level that didn't be retested at all. So that's your bigger aim. But yeah, flipping weekly, that's your aim. Not going lower. Don't even bother about that. Just try to flip yearly, weekly. Something more interesting as well. Ooh, look at that. There we have it. Talking about failure of February. And yes, you had the weekly open. And look what it did. Right? That would be as well nice to see. Came in, failure, came in, failure, failure, failure. So that's as well quite accurate how the February level behaves, right? After being touched for the second time either way, because this been already regained and retest. So even after second time, it still struggles with the February, right? But then on the other hand, I'm gonna show you deep, I guess. Was it? Oh, fuck! I seriously need to stop the draw. Holy fuck! Holding. Okay, nice. I cannot find like a coin who been already on. That one does good on February. The first time. Where are you? Feb. Here. That's going to be a good example for you guys if you don't know what I'm talking about. This is February open, right? We had a big, massive failure from that one of the whole market. We all dumped from that February open, technically, right? Most of the coins didn't even regain that level yet. So coming back for the first time, That's gonna be on daily a little bit more better to look at. So come on, load up. Where is it? February. Where are you? Here. So that was quite a dump, right? From the February open, right? All of the way to the downside. And we still grind, high, low, high, blah, blah. And then when you come back to this level first time, look what happened. It doesn't say it's gonna dump, but it had a freaking retracement of 27%, right? So yeah, does that matters? Yes. That's why I mentioned that all of the times when the coins didn't reach that, be careful, we're gonna see some pullback on it. It's not major most of the times. Some doing more, some doing less, right? But it's still a pullback, right? So always be careful with it. And after that, we're not really that major key on it to care about it anymore, because you just do normal stuff around it. But just to let you know and give you a perspective, how does that level work and why is it that heavy, right? Even here, we didn't even reach that level fully retest. So next time we're gonna be there, yeah, bro, that's gonna be as well a pullback, right? Only one who didn't care about it that much was Link. I mean, technically, yeah, we had a pullback, but the first touch, what we had it from it didn't give a shit. We closed above it. So it was just a weekly failure what took us a little bit lower. But yeah, always fun to see it. And how yeah, Bitcoin didn't even react to it as well, but most of the coins did. So after this whole movement, but yeah, it's always interesting to watch out for it and see if we're gonna do something. Come on, baby, come on. It was a nice start. Oh yeah. Anything else? Oh, Fightcoin. That's that one is interesting. After the failure, still technically holding the low what we created over here, so that's all good. And now after that high, holding this, that's gonna be good. And you might aim for the my open right now, because all of this jankiness, but in between, that doesn't matter that much anymore. Use the August when you're gonna see it over here. Yeah, that flip of August gonna bring you a little bit higher. And still, this is kind of like the play, the range, the play that I'm aiming for to do. And if you start doing this, right? So technically this, right? Come back, retest. I might do one more. All possible for it, right? It did really good things from all of the lows, from the high even what we created, all the dump, we recovered quite quickly, and now we are flipping all. Even we flip this hip, and holding this whole structure over here for 1.1 ish area, so that's good. So yeah, this could play out definitely. So technically it is a little bit like this now. Don't want to play around with the fractals that much, but something like this. So yeah, always good. So still nice to take some part of it. I mean, definitely still good, just because you have or 24% movement or a little bit of 40-ish for the next bearish retest, right? Because yes, technically on the daily, what did we do? We lost the structure on it. But regaining it still means we might come back and retest those things from lower, settle a new higher low, and from that point, we might go off. So potentially, is it risky? I mean, it depends. If you keep this week as your stop loss, might be nice and tight. This one a little bit more risky, but yeah, good stuff. Positive cash flow inflow, so nice. Nice, I guess, so far. Anyhow, we still having the bits below us, so they didn't pull anything coming lower to it. That's good. They're still holding it. Let's say, and let's hope, they're gonna be here, and they're gonna start to add up a little bit more when we're gonna go higher up. And the aim is, first thing first, regain your previous hip, right? If you're gonna go step by step, We have shitloads to regain, and seeing that, that's going to be a little bit more positive for the upside. If not, we still can do some sideways movements, right? So from, if it's going to be from here over here, and then we start to reclaim and do some more damage to the upside. It's all possible, right? It's going to take some time, more especially just because this week we're not having any kind of major incoming numbers, economic numbers, so there is not much to get the volatility from. So if we start to do it by our own, we need to grind it up. So that means high or higher high from the previous structure, lower high, higher high, lower high, and then start to grind that up. Take the liquidity from both sides, and that's going to bring you states still higher and higher, right? And then let's see if we're going to reclaim the all-time high, or if that's going to be the swing failure, and we might see a bigger positioning to go lower, right? Because we still, to be honest with you, while I'm going to finish it up, we still technically can do this and have that major failure and then regain and go higher. But all that means, or we coming as low as 90K. I seriously don't aim right now for like 85, but it's all still possible, right? Doing this, coming here, and it's still higher time frame is going to be still positive or bullish. Doing one more failure and then lights out, right? Something like that. Don't look at the times, but that's a little bit odd. But technically, there are a couple ways how we can play this out. Not sure we're gonna do the same thing what we used to do. That's gonna be a little bit different this time, just because all of this up movement been a little bit stretched sideways to the downside. So like the flag positioning, way too heavy, technically, right? Doing it again, not sure if we're gonna do that, but now it's gonna be the deal of gonna break something, coming up, regain, or do the wick, and then lights out, right? That's just only for Bitcoin. I'm not talking about the rest of the market. It's technically, I don't know, I have a feeling it's time. We've been doing this. Oh, and don't get me wrong, guys. We did freaking 802% from the low. Not measuring from the previous high, but from the low, we did already quite a lot, right? I mean, this is a little bit less than the previous cycle, like a little bit more than a half. But still, if we start doing that, then that means we might see some correlation if the cycle is going to be a little bit less effective or less aggressive to the upside. All possible. So far, if we start to fail, that's going to be my first sign. Failing of the next to grab a new high, we might go lower. And then if we start to lose anything to the downside, right, so it's going to be something like this. Or if we start to grind it and start to fail, then, right, that might be as well. For trio, left or coming down. Oh, I'm sorry, guys, but I found it a little bit funny how painful it is. So, to be honest with you, we don't know. I don't know. The only person who knows is Mario. He is quite busy with different projects on the side as well. But I've been talking to him for a while, and he's really busy. He was even away to different countries with the team of Trio. So, yeah. So the thing is, okay, what I know, what I can tell you is they're not holding the price, right? You can see that clearly. I don't need to tell you that. That's obvious. They're not holding the price. Are they gonna go to zero? I mean, the chance is quite heavy if they can wick into it and be dead. But if you look up the order books on Mexi, I guess, before they're gonna reach zero, there's really like above 25K or something like that, like in Trio, or even more. I don't remember even the numbers. That's gonna buy it all up, and then that's gonna send it. That's like a last resource of saving it, right? If something really dramatic is gonna happen. So that's gonna be one. But they don't keep the price up just because it's gonna cost them a little bit too much money. I know that they work on 2 projects involving Trio, as well, I guess, involving the Trio coin into it. So that's gonna help them out as well to buy up the price and to finally regain. And what I know from it, they just waiting for Bitcoin to flip and the alt season might start, because that's when they're gonna switch on the technically the bots, the market maker bots, but as well the market maker will know what to do and how to do things on the upside. Because yes, they still have the big ass liquidity over here to take technically, but there is a lot of sell orders as well. So they still need to have a little bit more into it and a little bit more price, or I mean a little bit more money into the coming in to send the price. Is it that? I mean, it looks like, but it isn't. Anything above 0 is still fine. It's sketchy or it's painful to watch, I know, but to be honest with you, like I've been saying, I've been vocal about it as well. I was painting the ass for Smiley about it as well, but still, my old thought about it: buy it and forget it. Set up your TPs, your alerts on it, and then if it's sent, it will send. If not, it's not. And much more on that side, there is no need to do any TA on that one, because the chart doesn't give a shit about it at all. But more on that side, like I'm more on the side for, if I invest in something and it's gonna shit the bed, yeah, so be it as well. It's a part of the job, right? I cannot have always the winning projects and winning tokens. And yes, I lost quite a lot of money as well back in the days. And still possible, if my bag's gonna shit the bed, it happens. Why? We don't know always if we're gonna reach the top on any coin, or we're gonna regain anything, or something's not gonna happen. Right? If the black swan event's gonna hit right now, then yeah, that's gonna be shit, and that might die off, or they're gonna really put all of the money into it to hold the price. That might be as well, but they're gonna do the wake up, regain, and then you're gonna see something like this again, right? Because that's how they're gonna catch you off guard and then do the something like this, right? Definitely, because this is gonna be liquidity grab, gonna hold you up, going back, and then they can use that money for doing this, right? That's how I'm seeing the things with Trio right now. If there is more on it, yes, I'm promise I'm not going to talk about it, but that's coming up. Mario will be eventually as well over here, and he will be vocal about it as well. So there is no need to be panicking. I mean, I know it looks sketchy, it looks dead. If that's gonna shit the bed, then I'm sorry, but it is what it is, and everyone's gonna lose money on that one as well. So we are all in the same bed. So yeah, it happens. It's shit, but so far, saying it was over here, I know it's different. Same this, right? It was quite low eventually, right? It didn't matter much to hit the 0, but hey, somehow they pick it up. I know it's different projects, different ways, different market makers, and the structure wise is different. I know, but still, same idea about it, right? We hit the low on that one quite heavily, almost quite to the 0, and we start to regain. Can Trio do that as well? Hopefully, possible. Yeah, there is some positivity coming in. Are they gonna be that good that we're gonna reach the highs? Hope so. Let's see. So far, those are my TPs. Technically, a little bit lower than that, but used for a measure of sake. Oh yeah. So yeah. Exactly that as well, right? If you are like that's what Igor is saying, it's really good, and that's what you should follow. Like if you're investing money that you can lose, then you shouldn't invest. If you invest money that you can lose, then fine, use that money, but be prepared to lose it. That's the first thought what you should have. Why? Because if you're gonna invest in something and you're gonna already like create a situation or like a story in your head that you're gonna be fucking making the money from the top and how you're gonna already spend it, before you even getting that money, then you're hyping you up, and every single low, what that coin gonna create from you buy, or it's gonna go like nuke 10% or 20%, you're gonna be in pain looking at it. Like I said, if you're able to put money into it, so be it, and forget about it. That's what I'm doing. All my spot backs, technically, I'm invest, or like I'm buying it up. I'm not really investing, I'm buying it up, right? Setting my levels of TP, same on the chart and exchange, setting my alerts, and forget about it. Once in a while, come back, see if you can pick up more, and that's all. I'm not focusing every single day how this is doing, because if I will look at this chart, I'll be depressed. I'm not sure if I'm even be around anymore, if I'm going to look at it and seeing my portfolio going down the drain. That's not the way, because you keep you negative spirit like constantly like feeding on it, and you don't see anything positive, and you're scared and whatever, and you're going to do some dumb shit. That's not the way. Buying spot, buy it up, mark your levels, forget about it. Right? Same over here. I had the same thing. Like over here, I was like, fucking hell. Another leg down, right? Another leg down. Yeah, it happens. But if start to pick up, you don't hear anyone. Right? Like, where is the, oh yeah, shit, another leg up. Oh, I make so much money. Yeah. Oh, you're not going to scream that because you want always more and more and more and more. But yeah, it's fine that this start to curve around, but it did already over here as well. Can we go lower? Yes, we always can. If we not start to regain everything above that. On SMT, same thing. Do I aim for the highs? No, I'm not. Why do we aim? This is my first aim. Why? Because this is the first high that we need to regain. Done. I don't hype myself with this. Technically, I'm not even sure we're gonna reach this. This, I would be like even more happy about it. That's fine. So yeah, same thing. Trio, right? I don't care. Let it be how it is. If spiders start to pop in, then you're gonna have a sign. If not, then that's what I can tell you. I cannot tell you more because I promise. So far, this is what it is. And to be honest with you, did the alt season start? Technically, a part of it might. We have like a pre-alt season something going on right now. So far, which tokens are the most going on? So far, it was the Bitcoin. Now it's Ethereum. Solana might pick up, right? And in meanwhile, we have some outliers like Link, whatever, doing some ballistic things. Is the whole market pick it up? Not really yet, right? Because why? If and only if you want to go by the metrics, you want to follow it, we are not even there yet. Are we gonna get there? Might be. But same as I was talking about it, guys. I'm gonna copy this over and I'm gonna do this because it's gonna be a little bit easier to draw. So that's the first time I did the TA on Paint. Anyhow, seeing this, because I seriously want to find like bigger chart on it. So far as we can look at it, we are doing this, right? Every single new high on alt season, where did it brought us? Still lower, right? One outlier, we were a little bit higher. Can we do it again? Possible. So far, what do I aim for? Easy. Somewhere over here. Where is it? What is it? 85-ish area, I guess. Let me check. Yeah, 85-ish area. Yeah, 85. Let's say 85 area, right? So yeah, we still have some room to push higher to get into that alt season. Are we gonna get full on alt season what we used to have? I don't think so. That time been there. We're not gonna be there anymore. Why? There are way too many tokens in the market, and we don't have that much money even to hold of any of it. So there it is. That's what I'm aiming for. Technically reaching this area, and then we're gonna start to fail over it. Right, same as I've been saying over here, reaching the 60 area ish, have a retest or rebounds from it. Yes, we did 35 ish or 14 ish area over here. We did it, and then right now we start to pick it up and go above 51. Right, we are middling, still middling. Going above it when we're gonna start reaching 60% again, that's and only then you can see some things popping off left and right. Right, are we gonna do the full season? I don't think so. So around 80-ish area, 70s, 50s, 60, somewhere over here maybe. That's your all season, full all season, right? So yeah, that's my takeaway on it. So we still not even there. We are still only focusing on what? Bitcoin. If didn't do it all-time high yet, guys. You need to remember that. That didn't even pop all-time high. Solana didn't pop the all-time high. I mean, did in January, right? So that was all-time high, but coming close to it. So imagine what was happening over here in January, right? So can we see that actually over here? Yeah, look at that. That was the December, January, right? Flip. That was the technically something like preseason what we had over here, right? So that was the January. We still didn't reach that point in our market over here. So Solana coming close to this. What we're gonna do with the Solana tokens? They're gonna pop left and right as well. We still not there. We are still here, right? We still can do this, this, and then another all-time high. Possible? Yes, definitely. Why? Because we are up trading. Solana definitely. ETH for sure. That needs to pop. If that's not gonna pop, we're gonna do fucking the failure of it. I'm gonna memeing to the death. But it will. Like that's obvious. And right. So yeah, there is potential to go. Bitcoin, we might see the turnaround on Bitcoin. We might. Are we? Not yet. We're still holding it. So there is still potential to go higher. Is there any chance that we're gonna go around this? Yes, we've been. We did the run bordering already, and we now face and go higher. Why? We are technically a little bit more above the 50%. Does it make sense? So potentially, long run, we still have shitloads to do, right? So Trio, yes, if they start to hold this, so doing something like this, that means they start to hold the price, right? They might do one, and then off we go. I will not focusing that big on it. Like, yeah, I'm sorry if you lost the money. We all did. There's if you didn't take profits on here, right, and you're still holding on it, then yeah, you lost money eventually. Like most maybe of us did. I took something over here, nice chunk, and the rest I'm still like writing it down. So what? It's fine. And yeah, I'm crazy to add to it. I don't care. I'm adding, and I know I will lose the money. If I will have the profit on it, that's great. That's fine. That's awesome. If not, it is what it is. Hope that's clear. That's the first time ever I did the TA on Paint. Holy fuck. Anyhow, I hope that was a little bit clear. Me yapping around. Nonsense. How are we doing the bits? Guys, my still, it's so hard for them to regain anything over here, huh? Look at those sell-offs wicks. I seriously don't like that shit. Look at that. In zero volume area, we have a sell-offs. Yeah, that's on 1 hour. Don't worry about that. But still, if you can, we are so heavy on reclaiming shit. That's why I said, like, I've been mentioning that to the guys as well. Like, I have a feeling that Bitcoin is struggling. Maybe it doesn't show on the chart, but I have a feeling that there is something slow about it. Like, how long we are technically fucking around in this area. Like 20K area, right? Average. From 100K to, like, okay, let's say 20, right? It's been fucking nightmare, technically, if you think about it. That's why I say, like, I have a feeling we are running out of the steam on it. And it's time as well. Like, I like to be in bear market. I like to do the big short on it again. They're not there yet. Close. My feeling. So yeah. Anyhow, just FYI, guys. I want to. So, for people who don't know, you can find the videos early over here, and there will be a stream on Sunday. 24. I will have a stream. I hope I'm gonna have a stream on Wednesday as well next week, and that's gonna be the last one. I'm not gonna be able to stream afterwards because I'm so far that I know I prepare myself. I'm gonna drive. Yeah, I'm gonna drive to Poland in the night of Wednesday, my time. So that means I still can do the stream, and then the Sunday, the 31, eventually that's gonna be cancelled because I'm gonna be away and I'm coming back, I guess, before next week Wednesday, if everything's gonna go before plan. Never ever coming back. Hey, you never know. You never know. I might never come back. That's gonna be maybe the last one ever. So who knows? Who freaking knows? Yeah, I might be done. I'm gonna pull out all of the freaking money from crypto, leaving only Bitcoin in, and ciao. Ciao, Bella. I'm gone. You finished with the journal. So from all the time that I've been yapping, that's been almost 1 hour and 40 minutes. How much did you spend on TikTok? You finished a journal. Took you a while. Oh boy. I'm gonna look it up after I finish the stream. I'm gonna look it up because I see I have a lot of messages that are coming in. So I have a lot of things to do. Don't say that you won't leave us. There's gonna be a day, and that day is it's coming soon and quicker than you think. You guys already prepared for being here without us. You can trade. We have so much things, guys, for free. The whole MDX portal is full with information that we give us. You all should be already better trading than we are. There's so much information to grab, to get. All of the mentoring. Yeah, it is. Coming soon. So yeah, I might retired. Who knows? Let's see. Anyhow, just to wrap it up. Right now, from today, the only thing what matters is regain of August. After that, it's just a play or a small range and try to grind it up to upside. Failure right now on the higher time frame below 112.6, and then Q3 it is definitely, or around this area, right? So far, thank you very much. I will see you Sunday, and after that Wednesday, and that's gonna be all for this month for me. And if I'm gonna come back, we're gonna talk more about September and preparing ourselves for September month, because that everyone is saying that it's gonna be a shitty month. Technically, historically, it's a little bit was, but who knows? We might change that up as well this year, because same as 4th of July, we didn't have the big dump. Same of August, we didn't have the retracement that big on it. So things might change up a little bit, right? So be careful, but still, up it is till we start to see bigger failures, right? Remember that. See you on the flip side, guys. Ciao.